I wanted to start out this week by telling you about this Thursday's First Liberty Live, which is really a discussion I'll be having with Senator Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz is not only a senator, but I think you know he's probably a constitutional lawyer as well. We've been friends for a number of years, and he's not going to be shy about talking about really unmasking these attacks on freedom. So this is one you don't want to miss. Also, I want to encourage you, let's be in prayer for Alan West. He was our guest last week on First Liberty, and he was in a motorcycle accident. He's doing well, he's recovering, but please keep him in your prayers. This has been a really good week over the past week. We had a couple of victories, ones that you haven't heard about. Ken Ham, Answers in Genesis in Kentucky, the Ark, which you probably heard of. They were actually being shut down. We were preparing a letter to the governor. The good news is the governor has now backed down. The Ark will be open and people will be able to visit, and that ministry is going to be fully going. Additionally, we won a significant case in Minnesota without having to file, and that is one of the largest churches in Minnesota. We were preparing again to have to take action this week. The good news is the president spoke last week.
Today I'm identifying houses of worship, churches, synagogue, and mosques as essential places that provide essential services. Some governors have deemed liquor stores and abortion clinics as essential, but have left out churches and other houses of worship.
One of the results of this was the governor of Minnesota responded by opening things up for churches. That actually gave us a victory in the case before we had to file. We're still going to be monitoring how much open. We can't have churches shut down and being treated in a discriminatory way. But again, a couple of good victories. The problem is there are still a number of these government officials who are really way over the top and out of control and violating constitutional rights. You've seen some of the horrible things happening. The church in Mississippi that actually stood up was actually burned to the ground by arson. Just a horrible thing to see. The mayor of Los Angeles actually said that citizens, quote, need to earn their freedom back by being good citizens. That is exactly backwards. That is not the way things work in this country. The citizens don't earn their freedom. He might have to earn to keep his position, but the citizens don't earn their constitutional freedoms. These are God-given rights that are protected by the Constitution. The result of that is we are battling in a number of cases this week. I would really ask for your prayers, really for wisdom, for protection. We've got situations in Illinois, including an African-American church, where there was actually a police raid on the church. Fortunately for them, they always have their doors locked because of the crime and danger, and so nothing happened, but they're under assault. There are a number of churches across Illinois. We're in the middle of that. Also, you've got California, where you've got an order there, but you've got over 1,200 churches that have signed a petition that they will be opening this weekend on Pentecost Sunday. We've also got churches in New York that are ready to meet back in a safe way. In all these situations, the church are wanting to meet in a way that is safe, that follows all the social distancing, that does everything even way beyond what secular businesses are doing, but they're being treated in a discriminatory way, and that is against the Constitution. So we're going to fight. It's very important. I've been called by a number of businesses who said, should we file lawsuits? And I've told them no. I've said, look, if the church can't win, you have no chance. The church is protected by free speech in the First Amendment, by freedom of assembly, and by free exercise of religion. So these are our most fundamental rights. If the church can't win, then there really is very little hope for the other freedoms. Interesting how our first freedom is playing such a noticeable role in all of our freedoms at this time. It's what we've been talking about for years, but now we're seeing it come into play. Thank you for being a part of these significant wins we've had. The win at the very beginning of the pandemic, the win opening churches across a number of states. All of our lawsuits have been successful so far. Thank you for being a part of that. But we really need prayer this week. There are a lot of these battles still going on. We need wisdom. We need really the favor of God to win these cases so that we can get this country back open. and we will keep you in touch on what's happening. Don't forget, this Thursday at noon, be there with our interview with Senator Ted Cruz. It's something you won't want to miss. God bless you.